There is a pattern in your life that your family jokes about, and tonight I am going to tell you what it actually means, because it was never a joke. The pattern is this: animals love you, not tolerate you, not accept food from you, love you. It has been true your whole life. The family dog, every family dog, going back to childhood, was always yours no matter whose name was on it, followed you, slept against your door, grieved when you left. The cats that famously like nobody like you, the friend's standoffish cat that appeared in your lap to everyone's astonishment, the barn cat, the shy one, the one that hides from company, out and pressed against you within the hour. Dogs cross rooms for you. They pick you out at gatherings, out of everyone, and settle at your feet like you were assigned to them. Horses go soft when you handle them. The skittish rescue everyone was warned about melts for you in a week. And the wild ones too. I taught about them. The birds that hold their branches. But tonight is about something more than approach. Tonight is about the love. Because approach is a verdict of safety. And love, my friend, love is a verdict of something much greater, and you have been receiving it from every furred and feathered judge that ever crossed your path for your entire life, while the people around you laughed and said, "Animals just love her," and moved on, as if that sentence were not one of the most important sentences that could be said about a human being. My people did not move on from that sentence. In the old way, when it was said of someone, "The animals love that one," it was said the way you would say, "The Creator has shown us something," because that is what it was understood to be. And tonight I'm going to teach you the old understanding, what animal love actually is, what it certifies about your soul. Hear that word, certifies, and why the old ones held it as the highest character reference a person could receive, higher than any human praise, for one simple reason that I will prove to you before the first teaching is done. Human love can be mistaken. Animal love cannot. Hear why animal love cannot be mistaken, because this is the foundation stone of tonight. Think about what human love responds to, and be honest, because I say this without cynicism. Human love is a great thing, but look at what it reads. Humans love partly what is presented to them. The charm, the words, the story a person tells about themselves, the usefulness, the beauty, the standing. Humans fall in love with performances all the time. I have taught you this. The paintings, and every human being watching tonight has loved at least one person who turned out not to exist as presented. Human love can be earned by falsehood. Hear that. The con man is proof. Charm is proof. Every betrayal you ever suffered is proof. The human heart can be reached through the performance. Now hear what an animal reads. And I taught this in the teaching on the wild ones, but tonight it goes deeper. The animal reads nothing you present. Nothing. Your words are wind to them. Your accomplishments do not exist. Your charm, your story, your standing, none of it reaches them. They are perfectly, totally immune to the entire performance. And what they read instead is the one thing that cannot be performed, the spirit itself. The actual interior weather of you, the warmth or the coldness, the stillness or the churning, the harmlessness or the hidden hunt, read directly, with the unburied sense, past every mask ever made. And here is the consequence, the enormous consequence, my friend. When a human loves you, it is possible they love your performance. When an animal loves you, there is nothing else it could be loving but the real you, the interior one, the one no other judge can even see. And so animal love is the only love on this earth. Hear this, the only one that is guaranteed to be aimed at your actual soul. That is why it cannot be mistaken. Not because animals are wiser than people, but because animals are blind to everything except the truth. And a lifetime of being loved by the blind to everything but truth, my friend, is a lifetime of one repeated message from the only witnesses who could know. The real you, the one under everything, is lovable, has always been. On the record, attested, for 60, 70 years by judges who cannot be fooled, bribed, or charmed. Sit with that for a moment before we go on. Some of you have needed that exact sentence for a very long time. And so you know the old ones staked real decisions on this. Let me tell you the story my grandmother told me about her own mother, my great-grandmother, and how she chose her husband. There were two suitors, as there are in all the good old stories, and one was the better match by every human measure. Better prospects, better family standing, finer words, the whole village approved of him, and the other was a quiet man of no particular standing who said little. And my great-grandmother's mother, the story goes, watched one thing and one thing only across that season of courting. She watched the dogs. The fine suitor, the approved one, could not keep the dogs near him. They did not growl. Hear this. It was subtler than that. They simply removed themselves, drifted from whatever room he occupied, and he never noticed. Charming men never notice the audience that leaves. And the quiet suitor, the dogs found him. Every visit, within minutes, the dogs of that household were arranged around him like he was a stove in winter. And the old cat, who belonged to no one and approved of nothing, sat on him. And the mother told her daughter, "Choose the one the animals choose. The other one is performing, and I cannot see through it, but they can." And she chose the quiet one, my friend, against the village's advice. And the fine suitor, the years revealed, became exactly what the dogs had quietly walked away from. And the quiet one, my great-grandfather, was 50 years of steady goodness. And every child of that line was taught the lesson as scripture. The animals had read in one visit what the humans could not see in a season. My grandmother ended the story the same way every time she told it. She would say, "The village saw two men. The dogs saw one man and one costume. Marry, befriend, and trust accordingly." Before I share the next teaching, I need to tell you something. I am not going to be here forever, and most of what I know was never written anywhere. So I sat down and I wrote it, all of it. 20 teachings, 4 parts, in the order they were meant to be received. The ones about the judges that cannot be fooled and what their love certifies. The ones about the souls the animals choose. The ones I have never said on camera. It is called the native way, and it costs less than one dinner you will not remember. Scan the code on your screen or look in the comments. But do not leave yet, because now I am going to tell you the 3 things animal love certifies about your soul. And the third one is the one the old ones held highest of all. So what does their love certify? 3 things, in the old understanding, each one deeper than the last. The first certification is that your love is clean. Hear what clean means. Most human love, even real love, carries agenda in it, wants something back, approval, gratitude, return, position. Most love is at least partly a transaction, and the animals read the transaction instantly. They feel the want in a person's touch. Ask anyone who has watched a child squeeze a cat for their own comfort. The cat reads the taking and leaves. But there is another kind of love, rarer, the kind that wants nothing back, that gives care for the creature's own sake, that pets the dog for the dog. Hear the difference, and the animals read that too. And that is the love they answer, because it is the only love they answer. So understand what the lifetime pattern means. Every animal that ever chose you was reporting publicly that what it read in your hands and your presence was the clean love, the agenda-free kind, the rarest kind. And my friend, an animal cannot detect clean love in a person who does not have it. The certification runs deeper than animals. A person whose love is clean toward the creatures is a person whose love runs clean at the source, and the people in your life, whether they ever knew it or not, have been drinking from that same clean source all along. The animals just found it first, because the animals always find it first. The second certification is that you are safe, all the way down. I taught this with the wild ones, the reading of the hidden hunt, but the love of the domestic ones takes it further. A dog or a cat that lives with you reads you not for one meeting, but for years, every day, every mood, every unguarded moment. Hear this. They see you angry, tired, grieving, at your worst. They are the only witnesses to the whole of you, the entire record, nothing edited, and their verdict is rendered on all of it. And when, after years of total surveillance by an unfoolable judge, the verdict is love, deeper love, chosen closeness, the sleeping against your side, the following from room to room, then something has been certified that no human reference could ever certify, because no human has ever seen what they have seen. The whole of you, unperformed, across years, has been reviewed and found safe, and not just safe, beloved. My grandmother said it in a way I never forgot. She said, "Grandson, people wonder what their dog thinks of them. They should wonder harder. The dog has seen everything, and the dog is still here, and the dog is still glad. That is not a pet's habit. That is the most informed verdict ever passed on you. And it is passed again every single morning when those eyes find you and that tail moves." The old ones took this so seriously that they trusted the animal's long-term readings over their own impressions of a person. Hear that, and you have lived all your life under the daily renewed verdict of the best-informed judges on earth. Beloved, case reviewed continuously, verdict unchanged. And there is one chapter of this certification that I must speak to directly, because half of this audience is living it or has lived it, and nobody honors it properly. The animals in the grieving house. Those of you who have lost your person know what the animal did. In the season when the human comforters came and went with their casseroles and their clumsy sentences, the dog did not go. The cat did not offer advice. The animal simply moved its whole existence to wherever you were. The foot of the grief, the side of the bed, the floor of the bathroom on the worst night. Hear me. You know the nights I mean. And it stayed hour after hour, day after day, asking nothing, fixing nothing, witnessing everything. The one presence in that whole season that never once needed you to perform being all right. And you have said, perhaps, that the dog got you through it, and people nodded politely, and nobody understood that you were reporting a plain fact. Hear what the old ones understood about it. The animal in the grieving house is doing the oldest work there is, the work the circle has always done for its members, sitting with the broken. Hear this, not to mend them. The circle knows the broken cannot be mended from outside, but to keep them company inside the breaking, so that the deep water never has to be stood in alone. That is why the animals gather to grief. I told you the wild ones do it, and the home ones do it more. They know who is standing in the deep water, and they hold citizenship's oldest duty. No kin stands in the water alone. So if an animal carried you through your worst season, my friend, understand tonight what carried you. Not a pet's habit. The original circle itself, closing around one of its own, in the hour the human world did not know how to hold you. And the ones of you whose old companion has since passed on, who still feel that absence like a missing limb, hear the last of it. The circle does not forget its faithful ones. What stayed beside you in the water is held, the old ones taught, very near the Creator's fire, in the first world, where the kin who kept the instructions best are kept closest of all. And the third certification, the one the old ones held highest, is that you still belong to the original circle. Hear the old teaching, because it is the deepest one tonight. My people held that in the beginning all creatures lived in one circle, humans among them, not above them, kin among kin, speaking, in the old stories, a common language, and the animals never left that circle. Hear this. The animals still live in the original arrangement, still keep the original instructions, still belong completely to the Creator's first design. It is humanity that walked out. Slowly, age by age, the humans left the circle, built their separate world, forgot the common language, until the modern person stands fully outside, exiled by their own walking, and the animals became strangers to them, scenery, property, and the modern person feels the exile, my friend. They feel it as that nameless loneliness I have taught about, the homesickness, the missing of something they cannot name, and what they are missing is the circle, but not everyone walked all the way out. In every generation there are the ones who kept a foot inside, the ones the circle never quite lost, and hear how the old ones said you could recognize them. The animals know their own. The creatures, who never left the circle, recognize the humans who never fully left it either. They read the membership, the way kin reads kin, and they respond to it with the thing tonight is about, not caution overcome, not tolerance, love, the love of kin, recognizing kin across the separation. Welcome home. You are one of ours still. That is the third certification, my friend, and now you know why the old ones held it highest. The animals that have loved you all your life were not just judging your character, they were recognizing your citizenship. You never fully left the original circle, the first world, the Creator's opening design, and every dog that ever chose you, every cat that ever claimed you, every creature that ever crossed a room or a field to be near you was the circle itself, reaching out through its faithful ones, keeping its claim on you, saying, in the only language left between us, still ours, still kin, still home. So there are the three certifications. Your love is clean at the source. You are safe all the way down, reviewed daily, verdict beloved, and you still hold citizenship in the original circle, recognized by its members every time they choose you. Now hear what to do with all this, because a certification this large carries its work. It always does. First, receive it. Finally, fully. The next time an animal chooses you, the dog at the gathering, the cat in the lap, the old friend against your side tonight as you watch this. Some of you have the very evidence sleeping against you right now. Hear me. Receive it as what it is, the verdict, and let it land on the days when you doubt yourself, because you do doubt yourself. I know this audience, the harsh inner voice, the wondering whether you were good enough, whether you mattered, whether the real you was ever truly lovable. And on those days, my friend, on exactly those days, remember the record. The unfoolable judges reviewed the whole case, all of it, every unguarded year, and they ruled and they re-rule every morning. And their court does not accept the testimony of your harsh inner voice, because the judges read the actual soul, and the actual soul, theirs is the only opinion on it that was never once distorted by performance or mood or fear, and the opinion is love. Let the animal's verdict outrank your own on the bad days. They were better informed. And second, serve the circle that kept you. The ones who hold citizenship carry the old responsibility to stand for the circle in the world that left it, the voice for the voiceless ones, the water set out, the winter feeder kept full, the kindness insisted on, the grandchild taught, hear this, the grandchild taught to touch gently and feed faithfully and respect the kin, because citizenship passes best by hand, and one child raised inside the circle is a greater gift to the Creator's first world than any words. You were kept in the circle for a reason, my friend. The circle keeps its own for a reason. Be its hands out here. You always were. That is why they love you. If what you heard today stayed with you, the book is there. The Native Way, 20 teachings, 100 pages. written the way I would speak to you if we were sitting together. Scan the QR code on the screen with your phone or find the link in the comments. Read one chapter. Sit with it. Now I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, which animal has loved you the longest, and tell me about the one that chose you when it chose nobody else. I read every comment, and if this is the kind of conversation you have been looking for, subscribe to this channel. We are not collecting viewers here. We are collecting people who remember. Come back next week. I am not done teaching yet.